Hey, this is Okay, and in today's video, I am inking the last panel, or one of the last panels in Blue Planet 3. This is the conclusion issue of Blue Planets, the series that continues from Size of the Blueberry and Apocalyptic Blueberry. It's a series that is sci-fi oriented, and I've just had a lot of fun working on this because I love sci-fi movies. I'm a big fan of sci-fi. So I'm not the biggest scientist, but I do like writing and thinking about, I guess, the universe, and just kind of putting my thoughts together before I did this series about, what makes a good sci-fi movie, in my opinion. And one of the things that I was, guess, kind of thinking about is I feel like a good sci-fi movie or story kind of puts you in the place, helps you kind of get a glimpse of where you stand in the midst of the universe, and it's kind of like looking up at the stars and being like, oh gosh, this is a giant universe and I'm just this insignificant speck. So I feel like most good horror movies or stories, they have this element of horror. When I guess you're considering the cosmos, you kind of realize how dangerous the universe is. There's when you're out in space, there's only a few inches of material separating you from instant death, and if anything goes wrong, it's going to be very serious. So not a lot of room for or margin for error. So you have to be on top of your game when you're out there, kind of like being lost out in the ocean. You have to be smart, and you have to make plans and be a very capable person. All right, so I think some of my favorite movies are, of course, like the Alien franchise. I like Star Wars. What's some other good ones? Blade Runner. I still have to see the new 2049 Blade Runner. I'm excited because I think that should be coming out on video pretty soon, and I've heard good things, and I'm excited to see it. So, what do you think makes a good sci-fi story? I'd like to do more sci-fi stories or comics because it's probably my favorite genre, and it kind of mixes the imagination with horror. And I think horror is actually one of my favorite genres if it's done right. Or I can't say if it's done right. I mean, if it's done the way I like it, I think horror is probably one of my favorite genres. Okay. I was looking at the comic book store yesterday, and I feel like there's been a little bit of a lack in the, I guess, spectrum of comics to choose from. I'm kind of disappointed that it feels like all there is nowadays is Marvel and DC superheroes, and what else? There's Star Wars. And I don't know, I think I'm kind of over all the Marvel and DC kind of stories with superheroes. I've never really been a fan of superhero comics. I guess I got my start with like X-Men, and that was kind of when I was young. The animated series had a big effect on that. I really liked the X-Men animated series when I was a kid. But yeah, I like the more independent, I like illustrated stories more than like superhero stories. And I'm a little worried that the market is dominated by superhero stories, and I feel like there's enough of that in the movie business, and it's just kind of dominating culture now. So I hope that maybe that kind of brings some, that changes soon. I hope I can offer you a little bit of relief if you're getting tired of the same characters and same stories. this would be a good little side venture to check out if you are in that same boat as me. Let's see. I'm gonna try just finishing this face. Maybe I'll finish the body down here and then work on the face when she's kind of doing a duck lips, duck face, squeezing these pants materials on her. She's kind of getting into this chamber thing, this tight squeeze. All right, let's see here. Yeah, and I was gonna continue talking, I guess, about the comic book industry. If you have any comic book recommendations, I'm about to like go through this surgery, and I'll have a lot of recovery time. And if you have any comic suggestions on comics that you enjoy reading and you think these comics that you enjoy are up my alley, please leave a comment and just kind of suggest what comics you enjoy and what comics that I might want to pick up. I have collected comics like Sin City. I've collected Rat Queens. What else is there? I'm gonna have to think a minute. There was one Star Wars series. I think it's Star Wars Legacy, maybe something like that I enjoyed reading. But I also like the early runs of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from IDW, but I don't like how the art kind of strayed from kind of a more adventurous style to a more looking like the cartoon how it is in TV these days. I don't like the look of the turtles now. They're circle spherical heads. I don't like that. But if you have any suggestions for comics, please throw them my way. I've got some reading I'll probably want to do in the next couple of weeks, and I also will be doing some writing. I'm going to be doing Willy Wonka writing, so if you have any last minute suggestions or dreams or hopes on what to see in Willy Wonka Chapter 2, this is your last kind of week to send those in. This will be Willy Wonka Chapter 2. The basis is a factory in trouble. The chocolate factory, the fetish factory, is definitely not doing good, and that is going to be the premise for the story. All right, so I am Okayokayokok. You can check out my DeviantArt profile down there in the comments section below. If you look in the About More, you'll see a link to my website. If you're interested in Blue Planet 3, there's also a link in there. You can subscribe for more videos and hit like if you enjoy this. Leave any comments on comics you enjoy or ideas for Willy Wonka. This is Okayokay. I'm signing out, and I will see you next time.